Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Strickmar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. I will be continuing to show the grind. As I usually do it.
Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Strickmar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. I will be continuing to show the grind. As I usually do
We're going to
it.
be helping out my Oghren King here. Cause he needs help.
Today we're actually going to be helping out.
This is some more behind the scenes stuff that
my
happens.
Oghren King here. Cause he needs help. This is some more behind the scenes stuff that happens.
I want to limit it to the pieces that's got.
I want to limit it to the pieces that's got.
I don't know if I want to change it straight away.
I don't know if I want to change it.
I'd like to go for the
away.
lifesteal pieces. But I know. I do know
I'd
I
like
have
to go for the
this.
lifesteal pieces.
This is the behind the scenes grind. I literally have to.
No. I do know I have to upgrade
up
this.
with their gear.
This is the behind the scenes grind. I literally have to build these champs up with their gear.
See, the issue is balancing the crit rate and the crit damage. Is going to be a pain.
See, the issue is balancing the crit rate
Hopefully
and the
we
crit
get some rolls in
damage.
crit rate, but who knows? Okay, that's a little bit better.
Is going to be a pain.
Resistance is not exactly what I was looking for.
Hopefully we get some rolls in crit rate, but who knows? Okay, that's a little bit better.
We'll just have to go with it.
Resistance is not exactly what I was looking for. We'll just have to go with it.
At least we got the 5k damage. We got that part covered. Gotta do the 12.
At least we got the 5k damage.
Wars. We
got that part covered.
This account has issues with faction wars.
Gotta do the 12 crypt keys and faction wars.
And it doesn't help that I don't know what build I'm gonna go for.
This account
to get more crit rate into the build
has issues with faction wars. And it doesn't help that I don't know what build I'm gonna go for to get more crit rate into the build.
Because thing is, I have to do faction wars. Even if my...
Because thing is,
team is
I
less
have
than
to do faction
satisfactory.
wars.
Because, yeah, I have not been working on my orcs or my dwarves. My orcs
Even
and
if
dwarves
my-
faction in here is miserable. On this account, at least.
Team is less than satisfactory. Because, yeah, I have not been working on my orcs or my dwarves. My orcs and dwarves faction in here
But
is
that isn't all I have to do.
miserable.
This is but a taste.
On this account, at least.
This is but a taste.
But that
Have to
isn't
check the
all I have
chat.
to do. This is but a taste.
I have to continuously grind. Stuff like
This is
faction
but a
wars
taste.
and everything. All the quests. All those quests everyone doesn't bother to do.
I have
Guess
to
what I
check the
have to
chat.
do? I have to do them.
I have to continuously grind.
And therein
Stuff like faction wars
lies some of the cost.
and everything. All the
The
quests.
hidden cost of being a clan leader. This
All those quests everyone doesn't
this
bother
is
to
the hidden
do.
cost.
Guess what I have to do?
Cost I
have
don't
to do
normally
them.
show. This.
And therein
Which I plays specifically
lies some of the
requested,
cost.
show this. And it's like, okay.
the hidden cost of
Wanted
being a
to see
clan
it.
leader.
What?
This is the hidden cost.
No, but he wanted to see the
Cost I don't
background
normally
grind. He
show.
Specifically requested
This.
for it. And I'm like, okay. Alright.
Jai plays
Order
specifically requested, show this. And it's like, okay. You wanted to see it.
One order
What?
of background grinding.
No,
with
but he wanted to see the background
mayonnaise,
grind. He specifically
pickles.
requested for it. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
All right. Order up.
And we have to do tag.
One order of
It's going to be
background grinding with
gas.
mayonnaise.
Try to look for easier
pickles.
teams that aren't torture.
Okay.
Because some of these teams are actual torture to fight. So I would rather
And we have to do
eschew
tag.
that so I could get this quest
That's
done.
going to be a gas.
Yana?
I'm going to try to look for easier teams.
Because the sooner
teams
I
that
get these
aren't
quests
torture,
done, the sooner I can do other things.
because
other
some of
than
these
just
teams
quests.
are actual torture to fight. So I would rather eschew that so I could get this quests done. Yana? Because the sooner I get these quests done, the sooner I can
I
do
think that
other
stun on him
things
is
other than
beneficial.
just quests.
Because it prevents him from getting extra stuff off.
Getting that stun on him is
Good.
beneficial.
He's provoked.
'Cause
There
it
we go.
prevents him from getting extra stuff off.
We'll be re-gearing my other character.
Okay, good.
The
He's provoked.
Fellhound.
There we go.
See, the problem with trying to fight Duchess
We'll be
teams
re-gearing my other character.
is that Duchess teams are very annoying.
The Fellhound. See, the problem with trying to fight Duchess teams
Get that opportunity strike.
is that Duchess teams are very annoying.
War Maiden
Get
is
that
included.
Opportunity strike.
Unfortunately, I may have to include Deliana in the proceedings.
War Maiden is included. Unfortunately, I may have to include Deliana in the proceedings.
Got that flaming breath on him. One-shotted those with the other Kale. Good, good, good. Because guess what?
Got that flaming breath on him.
It's a long grind.
One-shotted those with the other Kale. Good, good, good.
I have to take her out first because I don't want her res.
'Cause guess what?
'Cause that's one of the problems.
It's a
Is the
long
res.
grind. I have to take her out first
Because
because
if
I
they
don't want her
res-
res.
It's a pain.
'Cause that's
I don't
one
need
of the
anyone
problems.
resing when I'm doing these tag arena battles.
Is the res.
I think I'm going to try swapping
Because if they
out
res, it's a pain. I
Fellhound
don't need anyone
for
resing when I'm
Siege
doing
Hulk for extra damage purposes.
these tag arena battles.
So I don't think...
I think I'm going to try Swapping out
Alright.
Fellhound
Don't think
for
that's efficient.
Siege Hulk for extra damage purposes. So I don't think...
This account is lacking more on shards than it is on
Alright, don't think that's efficient.
other stuff. Another champion training tournament? Are you serious, game?
This account is lacking more on shards than it is on
Is grinding food for like
other
24
stuff.
hours straight
Another
fun?
champion
It
training
depends.
tournament. Are you
It really
serious,
depends.
game?
Okay, let's see if we can win this arena battle. Because the thing is, at first it's like, oh, it's just grinding
Is grinding
The
food
detail is
for
food.
like
For how long?
24 hours straight fun? It depends.
Ah, perfect.
It really
There you go. That's a
depends.
little better.
Okay, let's see
That's a little better.
if we can win this arena battle. Because the thing is, at first it's like, oh, it's just grinding food. The detail is
That's better.
for how long?
I think we've got him cornered.
Ah, perfect. There you go. That's a little better. That's a little better. That's better. I think we've got him cornered.
See, the real issue is with my orc faction is they're not well developed. None of them. And I'm going to have to grind a lot to get them where they are well developed.
See, the real issue is with
Now
my
you
orc
can tell
faction is
this
they're
is
not
my
well
second
developed.
account and not my first, because my first
None of
one
them.
has a better
and
developed
I'm going
orc
to have to
faction.
grind
Not by a ton,
a lot
but it's
to get
better.
them where they are well developed.
This is the rotation I dread the most.
That's how you can
because it's the
tell
one
this
that
is my second account and not my first, because my first one has a better
This
developed orc
account
faction.
has the most problems
Not
with.
by a ton,
I'm gonna check what other
but it's better.
factions we have available here other than orc, because my orc faction in here is extremely weak.
This is the rotation I dread the most because it's the one that this
Okay, yeah, the dwarves is
But
already
this
looking
account
better with Geomancer
has the
in
most
there.
problems with.
Geomancer
check what other
is above and
Factions
beyond
we have available
my
here other
best
than
dwarf
orc, because
I've
my orc
probably ever
faction in here
pulled.
is extremely weak.
And we'll probably solo carry this whole thing.
Okay, yeah, the dwarves is already looking better with Geomancer in there. Geomancer
Along with-
is above and beyond my best dwarf I've probably ever pulled. And
So
we'll
what I
probably solo carry this whole thing.
Beauregard and Geo are going to be
Along with
carrying the faction crypt. Really hard.
See what I mean? Beauregard and Geo are going to be carrying the faction
How hard of a
crypt.
carry? Geomancer is going to completely change
Really hard.
the entire outlook of the dwarf's faction crypt.
How hard of a carry? Geomancer is going to completely change the entire
Can probably
outlook
beat the boss now.
of the dwarf's
We
faction
won't
crypt.
make the rest of them live, but
I can probably beat the
we
boss
can make
now.
progress.
We won't make the rest of them live, but we can make progress.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons.
Because if there's one dwarf I'm maxing, it's Geomancer. If there's one dwarf I'm maxing, okay.
Because if there's one dwarf,
Alright, we might even have enough time to
I'm
take on the
maxing.
boss. And before I do
it's
some more
Geomancer.
arena.
If there's one dwarf I'm maxing.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the behind the scenes stuff.
Alright,
remember
we
that.
might even
That's
have
why
enough
it's
time to
extra
take on the
long
boss.
and crazy.
And before I do some more arena.
Because
Okay. This is the behind the scenes stuff, remember that. That's why it's extra long and crazy. Because
probably don't want to do that. Let's see. Why not? I need to keep pushing.
Probably don't want to do that. Let's see. Why not? I need to keep pushing.
I do not like the prospect of a Hegemon team, but I'll take this.
I do not like the prospect of a Hegemon team, but I'll take this.
They're all Magic Affinity.
They're all Magic Affinity.
There we go. This one we're going to want Cecilia. We're going to want Cecilia or Sakia, however you want to say her name. She's
There we
probably gonna be,
go.
because there's too much Force Affinity in here, or you want Magnar to ever want to put
This one we're going to want
Siege Hulk in this team.
Cecilia.
See, Siege
We're
Hulk
going to want
would have got
Cecilia or
one shot by that.
Sakia, however you want to say her name. She's probably going to be, because there's too much Force Affinity
Where
in
does that
here,
put me on
or
the
you want
scale?
Magnar to ever want to put Siege
Okay.
Hulk in this team.
Well, it's that time again.
See, Siege Hulk would have got
Gotta
one
challenge
shot
the
by that.
Nightmare. What kind of squad do I want to put in here?
Now, where does that put me on the scale? Okay. Well, it's that time again. We gotta challenge the Nightmare.
See, my Geo isn't ready for the boss, but
What
we'll
kind
put
of
him in
squad
anyway.
do I want to put in here?
But his masteries aren't done, so there's that.
See, my Geo isn't ready for the boss, but we'll put him in anyway.
Let's give this team a go.
But his masteries aren't done, so
And then
there's
we'll try
that.
some other teams. Well, another team. We'll do a step-by-step comparison.
Let's give this team a go. And then we'll try some other teams. Well, another team. We'll do a step-by-step comparison.
Like that. I can already tell he's going to do less damage than Drex. I can just feel it.
Did that.
I'm guessing my top damage dealer here is going to be a Cult Brawler.
I can already tell he's going to do less damage than Drex. I can just feel
That's what
it.
I'm guessing.
I'm guessing my top damage dealer here is going to be a Cult Brawler. That's what I'm guessing.
So if I put Drex in the same team,
So if I put Drex in the same team,
I think his accuracy is a bit low. That's why he keeps landing the weaken instead.
I think his accuracy is a bit low. That's why he keeps landing the weaken instead.
The real question is, will he land the Burn It All? There we go.
The real question is, will he land the Burn It All? There we go.
At least we got the consistent decrease attack. His build definitely has something to be desired.
At least we got the consistent decrease attack. His build definitely has something to be desired.
He completely resisted it. That's not good.
He completely resisted it. That's not good.
All right. Side-by-side comparison. If we go the Drex route, what is our damage? I'm assuming it's a lot higher because he
All
gets
right.
burned every time he touches the thing.
Side-by-side comparison.
Same team, but with Drex this time.
If we go the Drex route, what is our damage? I'm assuming it's a
Instant
lot
burn.
higher because he gets burned every time he touches the thing.
See how much more damage that is? At least at the moment.
Same
until I
team, but with
improve
Drex this
Geomancer's
time.
build. See that?
Instant burn.
You're telling me that Drex is bad. Look at this damage.
See how much more damage that is? At least at the moment, until I improve
Look
Geomancer's
at
build.
the damage difference. Something is definitely wrong with my Geo.
See that?
That's for sure.
Tell me that Drex is
In
bad.
terms of being able to do what he's supposed
Look at this
to
damage.
do versus the clan boss.
Look at the damage difference. Something is
See that?
definitely wrong with my Geo. That's for sure. In terms of being able to do what he's supposed to do versus the clan boss. See that?
Because the clan boss is on fire now constantly. That's gonna do a lot more damage per tick. See? Because he can't get away. On top of that, my Drexthar is a lot more durable currently.
Because the clan boss is on fire
So he's
now
gonna be able to
constantly.
do a lot more per
It's
turn.
gonna do a lot more
Every
damage
turn
per
that
tick.
burns ticking. Every single
See?
turn.
Because he can't get away.
The clan
On
boss,
top of that, my
quite
Drexthar is a
literally,
lot more durable
can't escape.
currently. So he's going to be able to do a lot more per turn.
Infinite burning
Every turn
See
that burns ticking.
He can't get
Every
out.
single turn. The clan boss, quite literally, can't escape.
And we got the decased attack from the Chiragi.
The infinite burning
difference?
termite. See that? He can't get out.
Every turn. We got the Occult Brawler. And
Then we got the decased attack from the Chiragi.
the other guy taking turns.
See the difference? Every turn. We got the Occult Brawler and
That's not much.
the other guy taking turns.
Wait, did he make it so he lasted longer or what? I'm curious. I'm curious.
It's not much. Wait, did he make it so he lasted longer or what? I'm curious.
The other question is when we're going to get enough books
I'm
to fully book
curious.
because that may be the other problem as well. We have to book him. Booking him is going to be a nuisance, to say the least.
The other question is when we're going to get enough books to fully book Geo. Because that may
Booking
be
him
the
is
other
going to be a
problem as well. We have to
nuisance.
book him. Booking him is going
Now,
to be
I will be helping Geomancer out more in the
a
future.
nuisance,
Make no mistake.
to say the least.
Because I want to see where I can go with him still. And I know
Booking
for a
him is
fact
going
a
to be a
large portion of his
nuisance.
damage is missing because he doesn't have War Master.
Now, I will be helping Geomancer out more in the future. Make no mistake. Because I want to see where I can go with him still. And I know for a fact a large portion of his damage is missing because he doesn't have War Master.
Drexthar is also less available to new players. Because he is typically gotten through a fusion. And the fusion involves this tag arena, and you have to do it in a very long fusion. I mean very long.
Drexthar is
Not
also less
everyone
available to new players. Because
is
he
going
has
to be able
typically
to do
gotten
the
through a fusion. And the fusion involves this tag
Now-
arena, and you have to do it in a very long fusion. And I mean very long. So not everyone
All three of these people need help. The problem
is going to be
I
able
can
to
see
do the fusion.
Stagnite still being useful on this account.
Now,
I can still see it. So he's going to get some attention.
all three of these
Rush
people
is
need
going to
help.
get some attention because I think I need
The
him
problem
on the
is,
Clan Boss
I can
team.
see Stagnite still being useful
But I also have to
on
give
this
him
account.
masteries as well.
I can still see it.
There's a lot of work
So,
that has to be done.
he's going to get some attention. Grush is going to get some attention because I think I need him on the Clan Boss team. But I also have to give him masteries as well.
So we're going to do it in a special order today.
There's a lot of work that has to be done.
We're going to do it in order of champs that I want. Bosses that I want.
So we're going to do it
The first
in a
three
special
I want,
order today.
So we're doing them. But
we're going to do
we're
it in
skipping
order
2
of champs
stages.
that I want. Bosses that I want. The first three I want,
skipping
so
2
we're
stages.
doing them.
We'll show the more 2 stage because that's
But
a given.
we're skipping 2 stages. We're skipping 2 stages. We'll show the more 2 stage because that's a given.
We're going to fight our way through these as per tradition. Get our way through these cobbled stone layaways.
We're going to fight our way through these as per tradition. Get our way through these cobbled
Trying to
stone
think who in this stage
layaways.
of these am I missing and I want? That's the real question. Other than Lord Champfort. I've never managed to get Lord Champfort. I've always wanted a Champfort. But the
Trying to
game is
think
like,
who
nope.
in this stage
You will not get the Champforts.
of these am I missing?
You will
and I
get
want?
Manaya and Stagnite, and you will like it.
That's the real question. Other than Lord Champfort, I've never managed to get Lord Champfort. I've always wanted a
Valorie's
Champfort.
okay. I just haven't.
But the
built
game
one
is
on this
like,
account.
nope. You will not get the Champforts. You will get Manaya and Stagnite, and you will like it. Valerie's okay. I just haven't built one on
I
this account.
need someone in there that's actually needs leveling.
No.
Someone who actually needs help.
No. I need someone in there
Because
that's
there's still plenty of
actually
6-stars
needs
like
leveling.
Gorgorab. And
Someone who actually needs help.
Gorgorab and
Because there's still plenty of 6-stars like Gorgorab. And
anyone? Yeah, I want Zatola, so we're doing this in entirety. Gorgorab, Stagnite, and
Gorgorab and
Grush that all need help. Those who need help should get it.
yeah, I want Zatola, so we're doing this in entirety. Gorgorab, Stagnite, and
Stagnite
Grush that all need help.
is probably one of my biggest targets because
Those who need
Stagnite
help should
has a
get
lot
it.
of damage purposes.
Yeah,
Damage and other purposes. I might even find him useful in
Stagnite
Clan Boss.
is probably
He might
one of my
help
biggest
out.
targets because Stagnite has a lot of
Mr.
damage purposes.
Mr. Geomancer who's struggling.
Damage and other purposes. I might
'Cause
even
I think
find him useful
Geomancer's
in
accuracy is imperiled. 'Cause
Clan Boss.
Otherwise, he would at least land the burn. Even
He
though
might
it's not
help
the
out.
damage because he doesn't have the masteries.
Mr.
At least he would have the burn. You know?
Mr. Geomancer who's
Usually,
struggling.
if you're not landing a debuff,
Because I think
accuracy
Geomancer's accuracy
is your problem.
is imperiled. Because otherwise,
we
he
acid
would at
rain
least
those
land the
in one
burn.
shot.
Even though it's not the damage, because he doesn't have the masteries. At
Man,
least he would have the burn.
I can imagine.
You know?
I don't like to imagine.
Usually,
this,
if you're
but I
not
can
landing a
imagine he's
debuff,
struggling
accuracy
massively versus these mobs
is your
in the
problem.
early game.
We
'Cause
acid rain
your
those
Kale
in one
starts
shot.
off very weak, by the way. Just want to point
Man,
that out.
I can imagine. I don't like
Kale
to imagine
starts
this, but
off
I can
very
imagine
weak.
struggling massively
So
versus
if I
these
were to
mobs
make a new
in the
account,
early
for
game.
instance, right now,
Because your Kale starts off
I
very
would then
weak, by
have
the
to
way.
make Kale
Just want to point that
work
out.
from scratch and slowly
Kale starts off
get
very
into his
weak.
stride.
So if I were to make a new account,
then
for
from
instance,
there-
right now, I would
There,
then have
then
to
we can
make
springboard
Kale
off into other champions.
work from scratch. And
But depending on the
slowly
RNG,
get into his stride.
will also depend on what champions we
And
get.
then from there,
Spirit Host is going to be a big deal. Though,
then we can springboard off into other
In
champions.
order to get Spirit Host, one must farm.
But depending on the RNG, will also
Durham
depend on
Forest,
what
typically
champions we
in the
get.
early game. A lot.
Spirit Host is going to be a big
as
deal,
they
though,
fight
as
after
usual.
they fight their way through the undead hordes.
In order to get
including
Spirit
Zatola,
Host,
which the
one
game is
must
continuously
farm
trolling me on, as well as Mashald, another champ the game's trolled me on
Durham
since the beginning
Forest.
of time.
typically, in the early game. A lot. After they fight their way through the undead hordes. Including Zatola, which the game is continuously trolling me on, as well as Mashald, another champ the game's trolled me on since the beginning of time.
Okay. Well, we can make this more interesting than usual by doing one of each boss until we get an artifact.
Okay. Well, we can make this more interesting than usual
And then we have to blow
by doing
keys.
one
there's
of each
several ways of
boss
doing
until we
this.
get an artifact.
And one of them involves secret rooms. Which that's exactly what we're doing after we get our artifacts.
And then we have to blow
this isn't
keys.
the end either.
Now there's
Oh,
several
no.
ways of
I
doing
have to do
this.
quests for the other account as well.
And one of them involves secret rooms. Which
This
that's
is just
exactly what
one
we're
part
doing after we get our artifacts.
Of a much bigger picture of maintenance.
And this isn't
is
the
a
end
true
either.
picture of what I have to do.
Oh no.
Every
I have to do quests for the
day
other account as
to
well.
make the clan work. When I said I show up and I work
This
hard
is just
on Raid,
one part
I mean I show up
of a much bigger
and I work
picture
hard on
of
Raid.
maintenance.
I do this every day.
This is a true
regardless
picture
of
of what I
whether you
have
watch
to
it.
do
That's the
every
truth.
day.
That is the
to
truth.
make the clan
I do
work.
this kind of thing every day.
When I
Whether
said
I'm running it on
I
auto
show
or
up
manual
and I
like
work
am
hard
now,
on Raid,
I'm always doing
I
it.
mean I show up
I'm always
and
doing
I work
it
hard
every day.
on Raid.
I just don't.
I
show
do
you.
this every day regardless of whether you
Until
watch it. That's the
Jai
truth.
Plays is like,
That is the truth.
Show me.
I do this kind of thing
show me where it is.
every
and
day.
I'm like,
Whether I'm running it on auto or manual like I am now, I'm
okay,
always
I'll
doing
show
it.
you.
I'm always
I'll
doing
show
it
you,
every
alright.
day. I just don't show
Yeah,
you
you'll get to see.
until
You'll get to see exactly
Jai Plays is like,
what I
show
do
me.
every day.
show
I'm
me
only
where
gonna
it is,
show
and
it
I'm like,
because Jai Plays asked. He's like, where is it?
okay, I'll
it
show
is.
you. I'll show you, alright. Yeah, you'll get to see.
Yup.
You'll get to see
Yep,
exactly.
this is the reality. This is the
I do
reality
every
you
day.
don't see.
I'm only gonna
This.
show it
Me
because
having
Jai
to
Plays
constantly
asked.
fight
He's
different
like,
bosses,
where is it?
Ice Golem.
Here it is.
Because every day, the quests reset. What do you think happens when those quests reset?
Yup. Yep, this is the reality.
think
This is the
happens?
reality you don't see.
I have to do those
This.
quests to
Me having to
continuously
constantly
get
fight
energy
different bosses, Ice Golem.
and resources.
Because every day, the
And
quests
clan
reset.
activity.
What do you think happens
And to
when those
maintain the
quests
clan.
reset? What do you think happens?
That's the truth.
I have to do those quests to continuously get energy and resources
That is the truth.
and clan activity
Now,
and to maintain the clan.
another truth is
That's the truth.
this is what my Ice Golem team does.
That
Ice
is the
Golem
truth. Now,
Puts a lot of damage on the boss. via
another truth
poisons
is
and burns.
this is what my Ice Golem team does.
That's how it
My
does
Ice Golem team puts a lot of damage on the boss via poisons
it.
and burns.
Preferably,
That's
I'll
how
check
it does it.
something. I might have to do a mission. I also have to check for quest resets.
Preferably,
Because guess what I've got to get on this account?
I have to check
A
something.
Yannica. Yeah,
might
don't
have to
think
do
I
a
didn't
mission.
lose track of the Yannica entirely. Don't think
I also have to
didn't,
check for quest resets.
'cause that's what a lot of
Because
people
guess what
get
I've
this
got to get on this
misconception.
account? A
They
Yannica.
get this misconception
Yeah, don't think I didn't lose
that I've
track of the
stopped
Yannica
playing the game a
entirely.
lot. They get the misconception
Don't think
that
I
I'm not
didn't.
still grinding. All of these are misconceptions.
Because that's what a lot of people get this misconception.
The truth is, I'm still working
They get
at
this
and
misconception
improving on Raid.
that I've stopped playing
is
the
the
game a
truth.
lot. They get the
And I'm
misconception
still working towards better squads.
that I'm not
still
still
looking
grinding.
for Leorius, for instance.
All of these are
hasn't
misconceptions. The truth is, I'm still working at and improving on Raid. That is the truth.
Just to hammer home the point some more.
And I'm still working towards better squads. I'm still looking for Leorius, for instance. It hasn't stopped.
Of how different I am from some of my competitors.
Fact,
like I think I showed you, right?
Just
Delta
to
has
hammer
6
home the
members
point
and
some
1
more.
clan activity star between them. I have like 28 members currently with a whole
Of
lot
how
more
different
clan
I
activity
am.
stars. Like I'm way ahead of him. Way
From
ahead.
some of my competitors. Like I just
eons
I think I
ahead.
showed you, right? Delta has 6 members and 1
But
clan
I
activity
still,
star between them.
I am still active.
I
am
have
not a
like
hypocrite.
28 members
That's the
currently.
I'm not a
with
hypocrite.
A whole lot more clan activity stars. I'm
work
way ahead of him.
all the time. Even when
Way
you
ahead.
don't see me work on this game, I'm
Eons
working
ahead.
on this game. It is the reality.
But I still,
I am working
I am still active.
at this
I am
game.
not a hypocrite. That's the thing. I'm not a hypocrite.
Even when I'm watching Jai
I
plays,
work
guess
all
what
the time.
I have going on
Even
in
when
the
you
background?
don't see me work on this game, I am working on this
Raid.
game.
I have
It
it
is the
going on in
reality.
the background,
I am working
doing quests
at this game.
like this. This is the reality of the grind.
Even when I'm watching Jai plays,
this is
guess
the
what
stuff
I
you
have
guys
going
don't
on in the
get to
background?
see. But I'm showing it to you now
Raid.
as I do dungeons.
I have it going on in the background, doing quests like this. This is the reality of the grind. This is the stuff you guys don't get to see. But I'm showing it to you now
spider.
as I do dungeons.
Usually I put the whole thing on a set of auto battles. Because I'm doing a presentation, I'm just going to go do all the bosses.
And this includes the dreaded spider. Although usually I put the whole thing on a set of auto battles, because I'm doing a presentation, I'm just going to go do all the bosses.
Because Drexstar wrecks the boss.
But that's also where Drexstar comes in. Because Drexstar wrecks the boss.
I also have to do it this way because I have no cold heart. This account, to this day, does not have a cold heart. To this day, if you're wondering, does Vaporsmith wail on Void Trip? No. No, the truth is altogether more brutal.
I also have to do it this way because I have no cold heart.
I grind free to play.
This account
every
to
day.
this day does not have a cold heart.
Every day.
To this day, if you're
Without
wondering,
fail.
does Vaporsmith wail on Void
It is
Trip?
all
No.
possible. If it is
No,
at
the
all
truth is
possible,
altogether more brutal.
I grind without fail.
The truth is, I grind free to
Even
play
if you don't
every
see
day.
me doing this, and I'm only doing this because someone
Every
requested it.
Day. Without fail. If it is all possible.
Because I don't
If it
normally
is
do
at
this,
all
as you
possible,
probably imagine.
I grind without fail.
To watch the spiderlings attack my Drexstar repeatedly.
Even if you don't see me doing this, and I'm only doing this because someone requested it. Because I don't normally do this, as you probably imagine.
All those burns could have just went off.
To watch the spiderlings attack my Drexstar repeatedly.
That's also why it helps to have as many burners on it as possible. So that if one burn fails,
Man, if
the
all
other
those
burn
burns
can
could have just
succeed.
went off, it would have been dead by now.
to fail safe the
That's
burns.
also why it helps to have as many burners on it as possible. So that if one burn fails, the other burn can succeed. To fail safe the burns.
The real question is, will the burns detonate in time? Yes, they will. Good. Next is
The real question
Dragon's Lair,
is,
because I don't want to do Fire Knight.
will the burns
feel in the
detonate in
mood.
time?
You know,
Yes, they will. Good.
I'll just do it the full brutal way.
Next
We're going to Dragon 20.
is Dragon's Lair, because I don't want to do Fire Knight. I don't feel the mood.
We are showing the no expenses spared gauntlet.
You know, I'll just
This
do it
is
the
what
full
I
brutal
actually do. This is what you guys don't normally
We're going to
see.
Dragon
I'm
20.
going to do Dragon 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have very good team for Dragon 20.
We are showing
It's
the
slow.
no expenses spared
it's brutally
gauntlet.
slow.
This is what I actually do.
This should be fun.
This is what you guys don't normally see.
Yeah.
I'm going
This is why
to
I
do
prefer the
Dragon
lower
20.
Dragon Lairs. Because otherwise,
And I don't have very good team for Dragon 20. It's slow.
this
It's brutally slow.
this is what I put on auto. This is what you do
So
not
this
see.
should be fun.
This.
Yeah.
This
This is why
evil.
I prefer the lower Dragon Lairs.
This is what I
because
spare you
otherwise-
guys every day. This is what you don't get to see.
This is what I put on auto. This is what you do not see. This evil. This is what I spare you guys every day. This is what you don't get to see.
There. I'll make sure to block your revive, just so that we don't have to deal with that.
There.
I'm thinking
I'll make sure to block your revive.
thinking
just so that we don't have to deal with that.
Siege Hulk would be good in this situation, just to get some more damage on these waves. 'Cause I forgot how obnoxious these waves are.
I'm thinking Siege Hulk would be good in this situation, just to get some more damage on these waves. 'Cause
Especially something like freaking...
I forgot how
Apothecary.
obnoxious these waves
This
are.
is why I avoid Dragon 20. This is why. Because of this kind of shenanigans.
Especially something like freaking Apothecary. This is why I avoid Dragon 20.
Man, if my block revive was
This
up
is
then,
why.
There's no
Because
way
of this
I'm not
kind of
using it.
shenanigans.
There's no way. Because it's also why I include Deacon in here, because I need the drop defense, or we're never getting out of here in any reasonable amount of time.
Man, if my block revive was up
Because
then,
without the drop defense,
there's no way I'm not using
these
it.
mobs are nigh immortal.
There's no way.
They're
Because-
already nigh immortal, but it gets
It's
worse.
also why I include Deacon in here,
It gets
because I
even
need
worse.
the drop defense, or we're never getting out of
Everyone
here
doesn't believe
in
me.
any reasonable amount of time.
Trust me. You need
Because
a drop
without the
defense
drop
of
defense,
some kind.
These
Do not
mobs are
completely
nigh
lose your
immortal.
sanity versus these mobs.
They're already nigh immortal, but it gets worse.
Either that
It
or
gets
something that
even
nukes really,
worse.
really unconditionally hard.
Everyone doesn't believe me.
Because otherwise,
Trust
this
me.
happens.
You need a drop defense of some kind to
Or
not
worse.
completely lose your sanity versus these mobs. Either that or something that nukes really, really unconditionally hard. Because otherwise, this happens. Or worse.
I really want to try Siege Hulk in this. Let's see if we can get something quicker. Anything. Because yes, we can beat it this way. Do I want to beat it this way? No. Answer's no.
I really want to try Siege Hulk in this. To see if we can get something quicker. Anything. Because yes, we can beat it this
Do I want to compress
way.
that guy's turn meter?
Do I want to beat it
Yes.
this way? No.
Answer's yes.
Answer's no.
Will the dragon go down reasonably fast? Now that we're actually
Do I want to compress
here,
that guy's
yes.
turn meter? Yes.
Answer is yes. But this is
Answer's
my normal
yes.
dragon squad. I just end up running this on auto.
Will the dragon go down reasonably fast? Now that we're actually here, yes. Answer is yes. But this is my normal dragon squad. I just end up running this
See, what
on
happens
auto.
is the waves are a nightmare. But once you get to the actual boss, it's not as bad. Because then all that poison starts taking
See,
on
what
the
happens
boss
is the waves are a
massively.
nightmare. But once you get to the actual boss, it's not as bad.
And that's where the dragon
Because then all that poison
starts to die massively quick.
starts taking on the boss.
Now, if
Massively.
it doesn't give me the artifact, that's where we're going to try the comparison.
And that's where
But yes, this
the dragon starts to die
shenanigans.
massively quick. Now, if it doesn't give me the artifact, that's where we're going to try the comparison.
But yeah, once we reach the
Yes,
boss,
this.
as you can clearly see, the boss goes
This
down in about a
shenanigans.
minute. Because the occult brawler poisons him to death. Quite literally.
But yeah, once we reach the boss, as you can clearly see, the boss goes down in about a minute. Because the occult brawler poisons him to death.
Now we gotta do
Quite
secret
literally.
rooms. That one's got too many safeties with not enough equipment to do it. Sacred Order faction.
Now we gotta do secret rooms.
We definitely got to do this one. There's no excuse.
That one's
with
got
this
too
one.
many safeties with not enough equipment to do it. Sacred Order faction. We definitely got to do this one.
Yours.
There's no excuse with this one.
And next time, we will be continuing. That's right. Continuing the gauntlet.
Yours.
The terrible actual gauntlet that I do.
And next time, we will be
The
continuing.
terrible actual grind. People don't see it,
That's right.
but it's totally there.
Continuing the gauntlet.
That's the real truth.
The
of it.
terrible actual
That's the
gauntlet
truth that you guys don't
that I
see.
do. The
The
terrible
invisible
actual
truth.
grind. People don't see it, but it's totally there. That's the real truth of it. That's the truth that you guys don't see.
Yep.
The invisible truth. Yep.
This is the stuff I gotta do before the reset.
This is the stuff I gotta do before the reset.
This is it. And we'll be continuing this next time. Yes, this is the truly grueling nature of the grind. Jai Plays wanted to see it. He's seeing it.